Hi, Jamie here. I'm currently in Dallas, Texas. My family lives here, and I'm on a major road here, so you're going to see some cars going by, but it's the only spot I could find to make a video. I'm only in the United States for one more day, and so I definitely want to get this video out before I take off, because I haven't tried to upload in China yet, but I have a few friends that have tried and have had some difficulty with the VPN. Of course, there's like 5 cars going by right now. It's so quiet here usually. But I just wanted to give everyone a little update. I am doing really good. The family's doing good in China. The adjustment period is over, thankfully. It was really tricky actually in the beginning and really stressful. But we're settled, and we just have our routine, and so we're visiting over the holidays, and we're taking off tomorrow, or today, a few hours actually, to go back. So anyways, I just thought I'd give you an update about what I'm up to. I've definitely took a while to get back into the practice, but now that everything's adjusted, it's going really good, and as per usual with getting back into the practice, I've had a really strong big handful of lucid dreams. That's usually how it starts for me. I start getting lucid more often, a lot more often. I want to say that over the last few months I've had at least 10 or 12, no, even more probably. I mean, in 1 week I remember thinking I've been lucid like 3 or 4 times. So yeah, so lots of lucid dreams. Really excited about getting back to the routine again, back to China, and continuing. So I thought I'd share one one lucid dream today that I thought was interesting on a lot of levels. I put my conspiracy videos on private during the visa process, but they're back up. That's all I'll say about that. But this dream I think is interesting on a lot of levels, so I'll just dive right in. Before making this video, there's no cars, and now there's a million cars. I have no idea if that's going to be bad or not, but so I felt the vibrations, and I felt myself slowly lifting out of the bed, and I flew up to an air vent, and I pushed my way through. And I remember trying to remain really confident, and throughout the entire experience I was shedding clothing. Like I was like constantly taking clothing off, and I know that in dreams that's a very good symbol to be naked, because clothing usually represents our attitudes towards our attitudes, and so the more we take off, the better it is. So being naked in a dream is about expressing like who you really are. And so I remember thinking that I really wanted to be free as possible. And at that point I asked to talk to my guides, and I was in a bedroom that looked kind of like my bedroom, and I started hearing music play in the background, and the music was very distinct, and I know a lot of us have heard music before, and we tried to explain to people that it's so outside of ourselves. And this song in particular was a slow 60s style ballad song, kind of almost surreal-ish. I'd never heard it before ever, and so I'm just trying to pay attention to the lyrics, but at the same time a man started speaking over like an intercom system, and he said he was starting to talk about time, and how time is a really important thing. And he said there are certain people who have actually figured out how to live outside of time. And I remember him saying, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so, and then he said, oh, and then there's also that CEO of Ford Motor Company. And how, quote, they do not use time as we think that you would use time. And that point I started picking up the lyrics more, and I heard time, time, a slow 60s song, and I then lost the connection and I woke up. And I immediately thought, well, gosh, how am I ever going to find this song? It's slow, it's 60s, it's methodical, but I thought, you know, I've done it before where I've researched and found the stuff that so I researched, and the first song that came up when you research time song is Pink Floyd's Time. And I have never heard it before, but it was the song, very much so. Actually, I had heard it before in the dream. It's the first time that I heard that song. So super interesting on a lot of fronts. to have guide contact to mention how there are people that are using time not in the way that we think that they would is exactly the quote that he said. And also how there are certain people who have figured out how to live outside of time. I've always had a strong pull to think about time and to study it. I studied astrophysics in college a bit and took a few classes that were really interesting. And I personally believe that we can mess with time using an altered state. So so that's my experience to share today. This video is not going to be edited or redone in any way, so I just want to say thank you to everyone for all the comments. If I sounds so like cliche YouTubey, but but for me it's because I live in China. I don't always get alerts. I don't always get comments immediately, and then it'll be weeks and weeks and I'll see that I had missed a comment. It's because my internet can drop frequently. So but I guess on that note, I'll leave it at that. I will upload again soon. I will continue to do the work. There's 2 tracks right now that I'm working on. I'm working on time. I really am. Ever since this lucid dream, I really feel compelled to talk about time, and to think about time, and to start experimenting with time. And let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I just know that I really appreciate all of you out there that are doing this kind of work and talking about these things. And feel free to message me anytime, and I hope you all are doing well. Talk to you soon.